We're back with Jesse and Squirrel. Roles are reversed. It's funny. You're not seeing anything different. This ain't deja vu. This ain't the chain effect. This is what we are doing today. And I am actually going to ask this man some questions today.
Cool. I'm excited. Yes. I get to answer some questions, dude. Listen, well, I mean, like, I get 19 text messages a day and I answer them all like that. And I'm like, man, if I just got these questions out here, I can get all this content on this thing. But so here we go. This is gonna be exciting.
So here we go. And coming from the last segment, we're gonna stay a little bit with some fantasy football talk. And to me, we're getting in the time where you get into 4 weeks, you start to see trends, and you start to maybe want to prepare for some trends. So the first leg of the question are, what are some trends that you are seeing right now? And what's some trends that you might be able to look forward to that you might want to act on?
You're talking like fantasy possibilities?
Yeah, like fantasy trends, yeah.
I see a lot of people dropping guys that have a bad and I'm all for that. Keep dropping them. I'll take them, I'll take them for the bench. And like I said, a lot of times, I'm a big bench hogger. I'll hog 3 of the best wide receivers in the league on my bench if I have to. If I got Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill starting, I don't care. I mean, but if you have that, that's absolutely ridiculous. But what to your question, a trend like that, I see a lot of times, each year, at certain points of the season, week 4, week 5, week 6, when people are starting to figure out their teams and are like, you know what, I really don't like this guy. Just, let's get rid of him. I see that a lot. I don't like him. Just drop him. Well, you drafted him. What do you not like now that you didn't like, that was your guy, right? That's what you drafted. And I think a lot of times you need to sit back, wait, calm down. Like Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he had one bet. Okay. Well, he's going to have a 20-pointer next week. Calm down. Mm-hmm. Who else? Who just did it? Was it Jamar Chase? Finally. And obviously no one's out there dropping Jamar Chase because they understand too. But it's certain things like that, certain little players that have these weeks, that aren't so great. Yeah, maybe the matchup was like Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is a perfect one. We talk about it all the time. And I love Gabe Davis. He is on every. I think I got 12 or I got 9 leagues. I got him in 8. Like that guy is a for sure ball catcher. That'll 1 week 20, this week 8. That's okay with me because he's getting the work. And that. And I can see that trend. There's another trend. Let me give you another one. A trend that you can literally see the work. Well, I think I talked about this in the front half. The work is there. There's a lot of wide receivers and a lot of running backs in this league don't get a lot of work, especially wide receivers because there's a bunch of them, and we've talked about wide receivers like that a lot. When you got 3 or 4 wide, like when Cooper Kupp comes back, what are you going to do with the Rams? Like, who do you get rid of? Puka? Tutu? Because you definitely start in Cooper, When you find that trend of who's doing well, who's not doing well, why are they doing well? There's another, talking point of why is someone trending up? Is there a new quarterback? Is there a new system? Is it Shane Steichen? Is it something? What is it? And maybe hone that. Maybe take that and work it for 2 or 3 weeks until it starts to bust. Everyone's not gonna hit the projected every week. Ain't gonna happen. If you hit it every week, man, woo, you're gonna be number 1 pick next year. And that's that's what it is. Some bad trends. I mean, I guess I could say that's a bad trend. Dropping a player after he hit, 6 or 7 points or whatever. Another thing is dropping that player for another bad one. Don't go to the wire and go get another player who's going to do that same thing in another week. I see that a lot. I've seen that in 2 of my leagues. A guy dropped Deshaun Watson. I picked him up. I was like, shit, I'll have him on the bench. I'll get rid of him. And then I had Daniel Jones on my bench too. And I was like, did he get caught? And you're like, oh, man. So what do? I took Daniel Jones. I wouldn't swap him for top end waiver wide receiver or running back. It's the decisions that you make that make my team or your team better. And like I said, they went and dropped Deshaun Watson. They went and picked up Josh Dobbs. I'm like, you probably should have stayed at what you had. Yeah, Josh is good, but Josh isn't Deshaun Watson. You know, he's not going to do what he does. And then you'll see the same guy drop Josh Dobbs to go get like Baker Mayfield, or not Baker Mayfield. Who did he go get? I watched him drop and pick up 3 quarterbacks in a row in 3 different weeks, and these were starters.
So I got a trend that I'm noticing I might react on. And if you were me in this situation, what would you do? I have AJ Brown. It seems that AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are definitely splitting roles.
Yeah.
1 week's one, next week, boom, 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 boom. And it's every other week. So do you start to see that trend like I'm seeing it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and say, let me see if I can pick somebody up that I know that, this week's going to be Devontae Smith. Do I sit AJ Brown for another guy who maybe not's going to get 20, but maybe that 12 range?
Yeah.
Because when AJ Brown's miss is a miss, it's below 10.
So
there's a bunch of other people that you potentially might have on your bench to make that decision. And would you?
I do. I would a lot as I'm answering another guy with a question just like that. It's when you have a situation like you're saying where you got 2 top end wide receivers. They're top end wide receivers. They both are. And if you had now, was your question? Do you drop any of them? You didn't say drop.
No, not drop them. No. You would never drop an AJ Brown.
You're asking. Sorry, because I was texting. You're trying to find the reason and why you play him each week.
No. So I only have AJ Brown on my team.
Okay.
Yep. So with my team only having AJ Brown, I know that when it's his good week, it's 25, 26, 27.
Yeah.
You know, but when it's his bad week, it's bad.
So is your question, do you play him?
Yeah, or that's what I'm saying. Do you find somebody else on your team, on your roster? You know what I mean? Like, for instance, do I not play AJ Brown and I play Kendrick Bourne this week?
That's a great question because I think a lot of people get caught in that scenario.
Situation, yeah.
And they know that, both of them are going to get some work, but neither one of them might blow up this week, and one of them will. Yeah, check the matchup. Look at it. You know, is Kendrick Bourne a better matchup for what's going to happen this week? You know, does he fit the bill of play? Yeah, he plays for New England. They don't throw the ball that much. They do run a lot more than what, Bill Belichick is a, stand-up runner. He used to do it a lot until he had the man.
Yeah.
And the man knew how to throw the football. But that man only threw the football 10, 15 yards. They were still small little cuts. But to your question, yes, I would. Absolutely. What I do a lot, and I'll tell you this, I take that guy and I put him in the flex. I'll put my AJ Brown in the flex right now, like today. And then I'll go get the best wide receiver I think on my bench, and I'll go put him in the number 1 wide receiver spot. Okay. Now I'll go to the waiver wire and I'll go look and check and see if there's anyone who might, like Tutu Atwell was still on 2 waiver wires this week from my league. I just picked him up in another one because I didn't think he was. I would take him over a Kendrick Bourne any day right now, like right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense that, hey, this guy's going to score more than him. Maybe go take that guy and switch him out for someone who's a little less on your bench, a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And that way, you still got Kendrick. You still got your boy, AJ Brown, which you're not going to give her. And then you just went and got Tutu. Now, I'd take that and I'd start Tutu. Keep AJ in your flex unless you got someone else better on the flex, running back or whatever, that has a better matchup. Always look at these matchups, people. People, please. You got great defenses. Like, don't shy away. I've seen a lot of people drop Miami's defense this week and Buffalo's. Yeah, I understand. But one of their defenses is going to show up. one of them is going to play a little bit of defense here.
Yeah.
You know, yes. Is that a good decision to drop both of those defenses? Sure. You know, Buffalo did have an amazing game with a lot of points on defense last week against Washington. Yeah. Okay. So in that sense, yes, drop them quick.
Yeah, and we could sort of kind of answer like a good, just in my case, I'm asking these questions.
Yeah.
I got Christian Watson starting AJ and Amon St. Brown. I have running backs that I got, and I got Gus Edwards, who's on here, who's now, we don't know what's going to be with him,
Yeah.
And so I'll go drop him, and hey, Romeo Dobbs is out here.
Yep.
Great choice. And a guy who's I think like plus 23 this year on his, it's like
great choice.
That's
now the only thing I would say with that is I don't have to really tell it to you, but in that situation, make sure you replace that running back. You don't want to get a situation. Oh, this wide receiver was great. Well, that wide receiver was great. This was good. And then you got 12. You got 12 of them, and you're like, listen, you can only play 3 at the max. You can only play 3 wide receivers, bro. Unless we have a league like ours, you can play kind of 4. But listen. You need to have some running backs. You need to get smart, think about things. Now, stay away from crowded backfields.
I got Najee Harris and Kareem Hunt on my bench too.
Let me ask you, Najee Harris was on the waiver wire in one of my ESPN leagues.
No.
Like this week, someone dropped
him. Yeah, he's busted every week pretty much.
I mean, but he still is number 1. See, now that's what it is. Where's that line of, is Jaylen Warren going to take all the snaps from Najee Harris? I don't think so.
Yeah.
He can still catch the ball out of the backfield. And that's another thing. Do you drop Najee Harris? Really? Who drops a number 1 running back?
You don't.
On any football team. There's 32 of them. There's 32 of them.
In a sense, it's like the Alexander Matheson that we talked about the other day. It's like, I mean, I have him on one of my teams, and I was getting ready to drop him. I even went out and got Ford and dropped the wide receiver that I might have used later on, just to what if. And what did he do this week? He did pretty good. He got like 17 points out of, fantasy points. And it's like, you think of these things, and that's why I was asking about the trends. It seems like we need to wait till weeks 4 through 5 are done before we say definite trends. And this is one that I noticed early that I wanted to talk about.
And to that point, teams got to feel each other out. Players got to feel each other out. There are connections. Like, look, everybody drafted the Jets players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No fantasy points, man.
None.
Things happen, dude. Got to drop players, and you got to react to the league that happens, every single day. Dude, as soon as A-Chain was out there smacking, I was in the middle of the game Sunday, was on the waiver wire. Yep, you damn right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, wait a minute. And was it 2 weeks ago when I watched Cleveland play whoever it was that night, they had a late night game? Yeah. And I picked I had homie. Ford. I had who?
And when we picked Gerald Ford up.
Yep, we picked up Jerome Ford. I was so mad that I didn't catch that they throw the ball to Elijah Moore 10 times a game. I mean, the first 6 passes, Elijah Moore, tight end, it was Njoku, out to the back, Elijah Moore. I'm like, man, how did I miss this one? Right to the waiver wire. Boom, boom, boom. Let me take him here, take him that league, take him this league, take him that league. Because when you find someone who's getting 10, 8, 9 receptions, targets a game, they're getting the work. And I've said this hundreds of times. Who gets the work? Who is out there? Yeah, and it changes weekly. It does. You got to change weekly. If I were to show you, Jesse, the screen share of this one today, of how much my one league absolutely has changed so much in 1 week or in 3 weeks, dude. It is without a doubt. Oh, I turned my computer off, so I won't pull it up real quick. Anyway, but I think I have 24 players. I've had 24 players, 3 weeks.
Yeah, go. Yeah, that's. I think.
Just swapping and dropping and this and that, and it's you gotta find where you are. Where do you want? What do you want? What's working?
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. You know, I think that we've got that. You know, at the same. Both of us move around a lot, make a lot of moves.
Yeah,
so
like your league. Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
So for this year, we've talked about players. We talk about the waiver wire a lot, picking stuff up, what to do, trends. One last question before we get off the subject of this, and I got a couple NFL questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And a real quick synopsis: who do you think is like the top 2, maybe even 3, if you can get it in, best waiver wire pickups so far?
I'm gonna have to say Puka Nacua is probably one of the best waiver wire pickups from week 1. And if you didn't go get him week 1, you missed him. He's on every team in the league now. I could say his counterpart, Tutu Atwell is also another one. There's a bunch, I could go through on players that have kind of jumped off the page now, like we just said, Jerome Ford. There's Devon Achane is going to be getting carries, and there's I think nowadays there's a lot of snaps. There's teams that are snapping the ball 60, 70, 80 times in a game, and Devon got like 3 or 4 touches in a row. And you need 80 yards on those. It's like, as long as you get 1 or 2 but one or 2 things before. I just don't want people to fade away from thinking that 1 or 2 weeks is just a thing. These guys are getting in these games. They're getting in them because they're there. And he's going to be there. Jerome Ford's going to be there. Even next year when Nick Chubb, comes back, because by golly, when he comes back, he's Nick Chubb. But that's Jerome Ford's backfield. Like we said, that's Raheem Mostert's backfield. There's these guys get work. You seen that little pitch play? That thing was
amazing. Twice.
Look this way for twice. Look this way, do it that way. Got him twice. Small stuff, little things. Big plays.
Beautiful.
So Jerome Ford, I would say a few wide receivers. Puka. Let me see if I can get one more for you. One more big guy.
Maybe a guy like a Romeo Doubs. People that you might want to look at. I was going to hope that you would go the route was somebody from the Chargers. If Joshua Palmer's out there,
I mean, like a good waiver wire pickup this week. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I went Joshua Palmer. In a lot of my leagues. Look and wait every week of who's injured, who's gone. Somebody's got to take their spot. Nobody's gonna be Keenan Allen catching 18 balls, dude. No, he does that. But his counterpart, Mike Williams, still at 25 points. Still at 25 points. So don't be like, oh, one guy gets all the work. Like we just said. No. Nowadays, everybody's getting time, snaps, and plays. So when it comes to the waiver wire, I don't think I hear a lot of people just jump to the projected. Who's the top guy? This and that. Joshua Palmer is not the top guy on the waiver wire right now. You got to click that view all and go look real quick. So I hope you guys just click them top guys and let me fumble through some of them. But those are a few good waiver wire pickups here coming along.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I wanted to delve into that because there's been a couple of good ones this year, and there's even some that you might have mentioned that aren't maybe picked up yet, and you mentioned a couple for this week, so that's good. So I want to actually jump into a few questions about the NFL. And you asked me some very good ones today, and that's what we're going to get back into.
Yeah.
So, do you think a guy after what Devontae Adams said the other day after the game, do you think for one that Devontae Adams wants out? And do you think if he does get out, where would he want to go?
Devontae Adams,
Yeah.
he wants out of Las Vegas?
Oh, you didn't see what he said?
No, I have not.
Oh, wow. He said, I think not verbatim or in quotation, but
After putting up all those.
yeah, I don't have time to sit around here and wait while they figure it out.
Figure what out?
Figure out the fact of how they're going to win football games because they ain't winning football games.
Wow.
So
you got Jimmy G at the helm. You got the greatest wide receiver on the planet. Okay. You got
possibly best running back,
one of the best running backs in the league, Josh Jacobs. I mean,
does a guy?
It's the NFL.
Does a guy like that try to go somewhere like Kansas City to go win something real quick?
One, Kansas City can't afford him. They just had to pay Chris Jones because they understand that you need somebody to guard the quarterback. But I don't think Kansas City needs any top tier wide receiver at all. They have the best pass catcher on the planet. I mean, I think second, third best pass catcher on the planet, Travis Kelce. That is their threat,
Yeah.
And all you need is a decent running back, which they have a guy that can get them 20, 30, 40 yards every day, which is all they need because Patrick throws for 400. So the way their system is working, I don't think Devontae would – I don't think he makes them better, honestly. They're as good as Devontae makes pretty much anybody better, but it's like taking Devontae Adams and swapping him with Cooper Kupp. Does that make the Rams any better? It's like, no. It's a top tier for a top tier. It's just we're not swapping. It's just I don't think putting Devontae in an explosive offense that's already there makes it any better. You know what I mean? Would he go like? I think he's someone that kind of goes to like Dallas or something.
Yeah.
More like maybe San Francisco.
What?
Maybe.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like, do you think he ever says, I want to go back to Green Bay just to finish my career out?
That's where he started, right? Yeah, he got drafted at Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Green Bay was the team that I think he was like 7th round.
That's what I'm saying. Another classic great. Everyone harps, gives Tom Brady all the credit because he was 7th round. What about some of these guys like that?
Yeah. What about Brock Purdy?
Well, I mean, everybody knows about Mr. Irrelevant. He's doing obviously amazing. For anyone to be Mr. Irrelevant and get a starting snap in the NFL, you've done it, buddy.
That's it.
Like you barely got drafted.
That's it. Unless you were some big time kicker. And that's usually where they go.
Yeah. So, but to kind of back to your question, which I kind of forgot what it was now.
Well, there was comments made this week
about him kind of leaving.
And it's not like he's like, oh, I want out of here, but he straight up said, I don't have time to wait around.
I mean, but you do. Where are you gonna go? What have you been in this league? 7 years? How long has he been here?
Ooh, I think longer than that.
10?
Probably around there.
Probably been what was he with Rodgers 7 years? That was your time, buddy. Your time is gone. And
but he's still
top tier. So is D-Hop. But he's gone. It's gone. Think about it. Those guys are there. Yeah, but where are they? You know what I mean? Why do you think Tyreek Hill went where he went? Because he knew. I've already done what I can do here, man.
Yeah.
I think Devontae went to Las Vegas for Derek Carr. And Derek Carr didn't want to be in Las Vegas. He just said, "Yeah, come on, man, we'll play together again, like old college days."
Yeah.
And then that money came out, and Derek's like, "Peace. Sorry, D.
Yeah.
My bad, buddy. You know what? I'll hand it off. You can have Jimmy G." Well, Jimmy G ain't the same thing as Derek Carr. You know, can he throw the football? Yeah. Can he win some football games?
So verbatim, I don't got no time to wait around here.
I
It's
don't
not-
got no time to wait around here.
It's not a personal thing. I mean, it is a personal thing, but it ain't just about me. Devontae Adams, Soldier Porter. It's not my mentality to sit here and try to take all season to figure it out and use these early games like it's something to establish our identity with. That doesn't sound like a happy player to me.
But what's it? So what? He just wants to win a Super Bowl? I mean, is that what it is? Everybody wants to win a Super Bowl? Like it's not making the millions and scoring bunch. Is that not enough?
Then he goes over, we're not doing the right things to establish a winning culture early in the season. We got to do something to turn that around. Sounds like a man that ain't happy. And usually when those comments start to come out is when shit starts to hit the fan.
Yeah, but are you just gonna bounce around till you find what you're fitting?
But I'm saying a guy like, okay, for instance, what if a dude like that went to the Chargers, with Mike Williams going down and he's always hurt. And we said about that, what if he goes somewhere like that and it could be very easy for him to want to make, that decision.
Yeah.
I
just don't think him just jumping around, bouncing around is going to win a Super Bowl. I mean,
well, I don't think.
Think about it, bro. You're going to have to go. You literally got to go to what, 4 teams? Literally. You have to go to find the 4 teams. And I think 3 of them ain't even got the space. And then you're going to have to manufacture a decent team and have a hell of a postseason. Yeah. Can he go to Kansas City? Probably not, bro. He ain't got no money. He ain't going to San Francisco. He's not going to Miami. Okay, no. They ain't got it. Well, what do they got? Well, they got 3 of the fastest men
not going to the Bengals. Not going to the Bengals.
Nope. He's not going to Dallas. I mean, Dallas. That's what I'm thinking, bro. That's it. But they got CeeDee Lamb, who doesn't want to give up anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my team now. But when Devontae walks in the building, dog,
that's Devontae's team. And that's what I'm saying. We're talking about a guy going into his 9th, 10th year that is still that guy. What other teams do? I mean, honestly, even if he walked into Miami's team, that's Devontae Adams' team at that point. I mean,
no. That's Tyreek Hill's team, though.
What? So
he's the fastest man on the planet.
Yeah, not on the planet, but on the football field. But
the guy's like a squirrel, dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's there. He's like, you can't catch him. It's legally impossible to catch him.
It's gonna be.
If you catch him, you did it illegally.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, there's him, Justin Jefferson, and maybe Jamar Chase. Yeah. But okay. That's what I wanted to. I thought that you had heard it. I mean, it's going around everywhere. I've heard it on my phone, and that.
I've been watching my boys play. So all
right. So before we wrap up, I don't know how long is the producer saying we got.
We got at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Give me your 3 best AFC teams right now, and your 3 best NFC teams.
3 best AFC teams. Clearly, Miami. Yeah, producer just gave me a 10-minute warning. Yeah, clearly, we don't. I'm not even gonna say number 1 because it's so far off right now that I think Miami is way ahead of everyone. It doesn't matter if they can't stop a nosebleed. You're not gonna outscore them. I don't care. The whole point of this game is to score points. And they score a ton of them, and you're not going to catch them. Kansas City's offense 2 years ago, I don't think could have caught this catch what these guys have right now. So, and they couldn't stop anything either, and they still won a Super Bowl. So, it's tough to say, but obviously, Kansas City still is one of the best teams in the AFC. Until someone really knocks them off that pedestal. Yeah, Detroit beat them, but that's season opener, game one. Nobody knows. It's stupid decision, and they won the football game. So I still don't. I still not going to knock Kansas City down off that pedestal, and it it behooves me, but I still think Buffalo's a great football team. They literally just came back to what Buffalo was last week, and you should have seen a lot of people that I was talking to, like, bro, what's going on in Buffalo? Are you seeing what's going on in Buffalo? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching the goose egg in Buffalo. I'm saying, like, dude, they were like this last year. I don't know why y'all surprised. This defense was just the same last year. Ballers. Didn't let shit happen to people for the first 5 weeks. Everyone was Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. And then, that offense kind of, slowed down, did this. And I think their offense started slow, but it's starting to turn, and everything's starting to turn. So, honestly, it's Miami, Kansas City, Buffalo right now for me.
I like that. I might put Buffalo over Kansas City right now. I get that, the whole TCU effect. You gotta put the last year's champion or runner up in the top, for the time being, until somebody knocks them off of that. I agree with the Lions thing. But Buffalo looked horrible week one. These past 2 weeks, like you said, they look like Buffalo. They look like that might be the only team too. But that's a good
for.
I don't think anybody argues with that.
Yeah, for the NFC, yeah, clear number one.
Another team that's cut, cleared, dried, winner.
Yeah, nobody. I don't think anybody, defensively, offensively, is going to be catching.
What did I tell you today? I would be good to stop the season and watch them two go and play the Super Bowl right now. Miami and San Francisco.
That's it. Those two.
Be good.
Play one. It could be. You could play.
Let them play 10 more times the rest of the year.
Yeah, I could watch that game every day of the week.
Every day
for the rest of the year, because I would love to see if San Francisco can even slow that offense down. And obviously I know that, and I tell you right now, bro, I think Miami would end up pulling away with that thing, because Brock Purdy's not going to outscore Miami. And I mean, Brandon Ayuk's great. Debo's great. Christian McCaffrey's amazing. George Kittle's even one of the top tight ends in the league. They're not. They're not just.
He said no.
Bro, these guys run at an average of 4.3 140s. That's an average. Now there's two of them that are under, and Jalen Waddle runs like a 4.29. Raheem's at 4.2. There is another guy's at 4.1. Like Tyreek Hill is just the fastest, like I said earlier, the fastest fucking man. So a lot of stuff, with those guys is just what makes them top tier, top talent. So San Francisco, I'm gonna go Philadelphia. From what I've seen last night, that was pretty a pretty stout team. They took, I think, a pretty good Tampa defense. Hey.
What, your producer?
My producers
are fighting in the background.
My producers are fighting. Guys, come here. Hey, guys, come here. Livia. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, hey, come here. Leave the producer alone. Thank you. Come here. Anyway, he should have grabbed the treats. Hey, he's all right. He's okay. He's okay. All right. So anyway, that, and it's weird they had a little falter, but I think Dallas is one of the better football teams in the NFC. If the defense can stay together and the team can keep going, I don't think they will. But right now, they are a tough team to beat. How many other teams, in the NFC really, have a shot? Seattle. I like the Lincoln. Hey, Lincoln. Hey, it's all right. Leave it, guys. Guys, could you leave the producer alone, for Christ's sake? Please. He's been here the whole time.
He ain't moved, right?
Now all of a sudden he moved. Hey, quit. But anyway, yeah, those will be my three for the NFC, buddy.
You gave me Dallas. Who's your third?
No, it was San Francisco, Philly, and Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Dallas, yeah.
Philly. I think Philly and San Francisco have ran away, and then San Francisco's way ahead of them all. So.
Yeah. I think this Trayvon Diggs thing is really going to hurt the Cowboys. And I think that already showed in the week. So I sort of kind of, I definitely had them there. But I don't think you could falter away from the Eagles and having them there right now. We'll see what some of these other teams do. There's going to be, I think, that Lions Packers tier of teams is right there behind those three that you said.
Yeah, I mean, if the Packers continue kind of to keep it together, they
and that's what I'm saying.
Early struggle, but they ended up getting it together. I could start putting them in the top 5 here soon.
Yeah, if you and that's what I'm saying. So we got some games this week that are going to define that. But man, you said it right. I don't think you're beating San Francisco. I don't think and I don't. If somebody beats Miami, the only knock I've had to say about Miami is their defense. And contrary to the fact they only scored 14 offensive points really against the Patriots the other week. So
and I think when it comes down to a stout defense, I think that's what it's gonna be is a tough defense.
Yeah, but when your offense sucks and gives up 3 turnovers, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, and you got a guy who could run it back like Devonta A-Chain on a punt return or a kick return like they did against Patriots. You run into those things where San Francisco ain't gonna let you do that.
Well, it's gonna, and like you said, it's gonna have to be a stout defense who plays very well and an offense that can score and that can put up points if they have to. And because Miami doesn't have that defense, if San Francisco keeps scoring, I think it's gonna wear Miami's defense down. It's gonna be very tough. That's gonna be how they would end up beating.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, now seeing that I asked all the damn questions and stuff this go around, you can close your show out today, buddy.
All right, guys. Thank everybody for coming in today, listening, loving you, all of you guys. This will be live, or this will be uploaded on YouTube by the end of the week. Got a lot of busy stuff going on. Catch the waiver wire. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow morning. Do it tonight at midnight. There's stuff that happens every single second on the waiver wire. And I just want to throw this out here. My wife beat the shit out of Jesse in our family league. Love you guys.